What's up, guys? This is Josh from InsideWrestlingTruth. Back again tonight. I want to touch up on some things. The last couple nights, sorry y'all had to hear me complain and rant and rave, but it was all true. Of course, you seen the video from last night. I had some punks trying to hate on me or whatever, and I just felt like I had to let them know what's up. Made a video, sent it to them. Haven't heard nothing from them, so I guess I covered everything I needed to talk about. But I never like to be in that state of mind or act that way. I like to be trying to be professional with everything that I do, and I apologize. But tonight I got another questions and answers session for you all, so let's get right into that. First question: what's your favorite WWE DVD of all time? My favorite WWE DVD of all time is The Life and Times of Mr. Perfect. I think it has the best documentary on it. It talks about his life, his kids, his everything he liked to do, how he got in the wrestling business. We all know that he died from drugs, but the only time he ever mentions anything about any drugs is at the end of the documentary, which I was cool. It's more like celebrating his life instead of bashing him over his drug overdose. It's a very, very touching documentary, and it's my favorite documentary that WWE has. And then, of course, on the other disc, you have, uh, Mr. Perfect matches, Kurt Hennig matches, which are always good. So, yeah, that would be my favorite WWE DVD of all time. Second question: how do you feel about Mexican wrestling and the luchadors? Well, I think Mexican wrestling is awesome. I love their high pace, high energy matches. Luchadors has always been one of my favorite things to watch in wrestling. I used to turn in Nitro the first hour every week, not for the NWO, but for the Luchador matches, because they were just 5-star matches. I miss it. I wish they would bring it back to the U.S. And I tell you what, it would be good for TNA. I know they already have the X Division, but if you add the Luchadors, that would give them some more excitement. Some more watchable matches. But yeah, I always loved the luchadors like Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, La Parka, Psychosis, Juventud, all those high-paced guys from Mexico. But yeah, I really, really do respect and like Mexican wrestling. And my favorite guy out of all those was always Conan. Next question: which title would you want WWE to bring back? It would probably be the hardcore title. I know WWE is a PG show now, but after 10 o'clock, most young kids are in bed. So you could put the hardcore match on 10 o'clock, 10:30, right before the main event. I just miss the hardcore style of wrestling. Thumbtacks, the tables, the chairs, the ladders, all that. And there's a ton of new, fresh guys out there that could work the hardcore scene that you could get in your hardcore division. I think hardcore wrestling is awesome, and there's an art to it. You just don't beat each other. You gotta know what you're doing. I think it would be cool to see the WWE bring back the hardcore division. All right. Do you think any of the old ECW wrestlers would try and bring back an ECW style company to make it big nationally? Well, if any of y'all know who N. Rotten is from the Bad Breed, he's tried. He just doesn't have the money or the power to make it big nationally. I mean, if you go to an IWA Mid-South show where N is running, you're going to see a lot of some guys that worked in ECW. You'll see Sabu, Axel, and Rotten, guys like that. But if I could pick one guy that would do it and make it big from ECW, I would say it would be Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer has the mind. He has the money. We all know he has the money. And, I mean, he has hardcore shows in Philadelphia, but I think he would be the guy that could make it happen to bring that style of wrestling back. Maybe not as good as the ECW, but I bet you he can make it close. And he would be the only guy that I would see out of the old ECW guys having that style of show and making it big. And Rotten could. I'm not going to go into the Rotten stories, but I would say Tommy Dreamer would be the guy. Why do you hate TNA so much? I think they're the best company going. It's not that I hate TNA, it's just how you can send this question and say it's the best company going. I don't know, but it's boring to me. There's nothing there that catches my attention. It's the main event Mafia, the Aces of Eights, and Hulk Hogan. The X Division's decent. They got all those girls on there that's eating up time, eating up talent and time for other guys to shine. TNA's just boring. And I really don't see TNA going anywhere ever. They'll never be able to compete with the WWE. They're too boring. They don't have the guys. Their training school at LVW don't know how to produce guys anymore. It's just my thoughts on TNA. That's my answer for that question. Do you think Hogan will ever return to the WWE? Nah. First off, Hogan, no disrespect, I'm a Hogan fan, but he's 60 years old. What would the WWE want him back as? What would they want him back for? I mean, the only thing he could do really would be like a commissioner or a general manager like he is in TNA, unless you wanted to bring him back at one more WrestleMania to where he could end his career. Everything the WWF and WWE did for him. That would be cool, but other than that, I don't see Hogan returning. I don't see anything that the WWE would want to do with him. I respect Hogan. Hogan is the man that he made it for all the guys that are in the business today, but his time is up, and no, I can't say I see Hogan going back to the WWE ever. This next question is really good because I never thought about it. How do you think Bret Hart would have done in ECW? Well, I think Bret Hart would have done great in ECW. I mean, he can make anybody look better. I don't think he would have been one of the guys that's in all the hardcore barbed wire matches, all those thumbtacks, and just all those extreme hardcore matches. But I think if he would have went there, he would have definitely made the ECW bigger than it had ever been. He could have had some killer matches with RVD and Sabu and Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit before he left, maybe Rey Mysterio, but Bret Hart is just an excellent wrestler. He didn't do much in WCW because of people didn't know what to do with him, but when he went to WCW, he should have been the number one guy they could have built the company around. But politics backstage with Hawk, that ain't gonna happen. And even the little matches that he was in, like the match he had at WCW where they had a match for Owen between him and Chris Benoit, one of my favorite matches ever. His matches were Goldberg where he wore the guard on his chest. That was cool. But if Bret Hart would have went to ECW, he would have shined there. He would have made the company better. I think Bret Hart would have done really well in ECW. Next question. I seen you're having the Superstar series every week. Are you going to profile CM Punk or Sheamus? Yes, I'm going to profile both of those wrestlers. The CM Punk video is already done, and it will be out this coming Thursday. And some people might hate me for it, some people might love me for it, but I really go deep into the CM Punk profile, and I tell nothing but the truth about CM Punk. If you don't like it, for one, you never met him or don't know him. But I go pretty deep in the CM Punk profile video. As for Sheamus, I haven't did his yet. His probably won't be made till next month, probably. I have a lot of respect for Sheamus because, as everybody knows, before Sheamus ever got to the WWE, he paid his dues everywhere he was at. And I think Sheamus is due for another title. But Sheamus is one of these guys that doesn't have to have a belt to have fans and to be a special wrestler. I think that's what's cool and unique about Sheamus. But yeah, I'll be profiling both of those guys. Next question. I watched the Father Fair shoot video. It was entertaining. When can we see some more shoot videos? The shoot videos will be coming soon. It's just hard being here and there and take care of my wife, and my daughter's in the hospital, so I pray for her. But there will be more shoot videos coming. I had one planned this weekend and it didn't work out for me. But there will be plenty of shoot videos coming over the next few months. Just hang in there, check, and they'll be here. I have the Father Fear one up. If you are a Father Fear fan, go check it out. Me and him didn't really hit it off too well, but I'm not really worried about him anymore. But it's an entertaining video. If you don't know much about him, he's a manager in the Indies. He has a lot of fans. It's a good shoot interview. Go check it out. Here's my last question of the night, and it's a difficult question. It's 1998. Make a 10-match pay-per-view with guys from WWF, WCW, and ECW. Wow, that's pretty hard. So I wrote it down. I had to write it down, guys. Sorry. I usually go off the top of my head, but I had to write this one down. My opening match would be a Four Corners Cruiserweight title match, TLC match. It would be Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, Sabu, and X-Pac. Now that match would definitely get the crowd, it would get everybody into it, and it would be an awesome, awesome opening match. Four cruiserweights that can go, that can wrestle hardcore, TLC match, what else you want. The second match would be the World Tag Title match, and it would be a tag pay match between the Dudleys and the Road Warriors. The third match would be a triple threat match for the television title, and it would be Booker T versus Goldust versus Kane. It's probably the weakest match on the card, but it would be good. My next match will be the U.S. title match, and it would be a Lions Den match, and it would be between Chris Jericho and Owen Hart. We never got to see those two guys work together, but it would have been pretty special if we did. My next match will be a 5-man thumbtacks barbed wire match. And the guys included in this match are Mick Foley, Bam Bam Bigelow, Raven, the Sandman, and Tommy Dreamer. That would be my extreme hardcore match of the night, and trust me, it would have been great. It would have been great. Then I have the Intercontinental Submission match between Bret the Hitman Hart and Chris Benoit. Man, that would have been a killer. So you've already seen them wrestle before, but having them on a pay-per-view and submission match, you would get your money's worth out of that one. Then I have a 6-man tag. It would be Team NWO versus Team DX. It would be Scott Hall and Kevin Nash and Randy Savage versus Triple H and the Outlaws. You have the High Stable from the WCW, and you have the big group from the WWF. Really cool. It'll probably be an elimination style match as well. Then I got my top 3 matches. These are the ones that are going to bring the money. I have the Hell in a Cell match between The Undertaker and Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. We never got to see these two guys work, 2 different styles. I think it would have mixed well for a great, great Hell in a Cell match. I always wanted to see Scott Steiner work Undertaker when he came back, but it never happened. But yeah, that's my Hell in a Cell match. Then my last 2 are the big matches, main events, double main events. The World Heavyweight title match and a last man standing match. The Rock versus Rob Van Dam. Now that would be hot. Because they can both go. And they've both been in a lot of last man standing matches. Then my main event of the night would be 2 out of 3 falls for the WWE title. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Hulk Hogan. That would have been the money match. That would have been the match that drew the most money, that blew the roof right off of the arena. And it's a match that everybody wanted to see that they never got to see. That would have been my main event. And that's my 10-match card if it was 1998. I like doing these questions and answers. I try to do one once a week, For the people that watch my show, much love to people that watch my videos. My main focus is doing these Superstar series and doing shoot interviews. The shoot interviews, like I said, became a little hard to do, but they will be done. Like I said, the last couple of nights y'all had to hear me complain and rant and rave, but I got a lot of views today, yesterday. I just want to thank everybody for doing that. And like I say, we keep it real here at Inside Wrestling Truth, and get your money and pay your bills. Peace.